The studio audience in the background.
I like it too.
Can we work with that on the podcast, or should we not
maybe.
do that because they don't have
No,
microphones?
you can't because there's microphones.
We don't have like
They're
an
probably
over-
being picked up in here because this is a very boomy room, and
Yeah.
it's probably.
Boom.
We should set up like a studio audience overhead.
I said I would have set up that other microphone for them. They're being shy.
Oh.
Can
All
somebody
you
clap?
have to do
Hold on.
is like you just say stuff a bunch of times, and then you feel comfortable doing it.
Is that your warm-up process?
Kind of.
Okay.
I think we're going on now.
That could be our intro music.
I thought it would have been cool to have the step-by-step theme song be our intro music.
Do it. Or I could put it in later. That's what he said. Or she said.
Is it raining again?
No, that's the air conditioner.
But you really want to go
wanna-
swimming, don't you?
And
Action.
Action.
Hello. We are the Sweet Talkers, and this is the Pajama Party podcast. Recap of the week.
I didn't mean to do that.
So this is our recap, our weekend recap, or week. Friday.
We have a studio audience
Oh, geez.
guest
What-
today.
4 gigs.
She gets up.
Oh, there we go. Is it? Can you see the waves? Like, is it enough coming in? Like, that they can kind of hear?
No.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear it.
So we'll just have to like answer questions in full sentences
Yeah.
so that they.
We're not doing live this week. We're
We're
on
not.
location.
But yeah, I think that's something to announce. I really. Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna be on there anyway, and it's 10 o'clock. We've been through this. Sorry. 4 gigs this weekend. 4. Count them 4.
4. Are you guys tired?
I'm pretty beat. I think that's also why you could tell the podcast that I'm tired on because we've only been on for what, 20 seconds. But if anyone was aware of my warm up procedure,
I got some of that. I'll throw it in there.
oh boy.
Nick's
like, please don't.
I thought I was going to be more tired than I am.
Me too.
I thought I was going to be tired yesterday and like whatever because I started to feel my fingers on Sunday. I was like, I don't know. If I'm hurting now that it's Sunday, I don't think I'm going to be able to play through the Monday gig, and that wasn't the issue. I stopped hurting.
Well, that's good. I mean, I get the same thing. Like my joints and my hands get all weird and swollen and stuff like that. We haven't done that many gigs in a row in a while.
No, that's why it was
Probably
kind
another
of
year, like about a year or so.
Yeah, that was kind of why I was hurting Sunday, but
Yeah.
it was hot Saturday and it was hot
you know what?
Sunday.
That makes it
so-
worse. That at least makes it worse for me. The drumsticks get sweaty and sticky, and it just tears my skin apart. I
Yeah.
was able to get through the entire
guitars get
weekend
grimy.
without bleeding, which is a good thing.
Tore my guitar apart. That was fun.
Yeah, what happened?
So we were playing on Saturday. Also, we did a lot of traveling this weekend.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Lots.
We were down in Maryland on Saturday.
We're actually near Philly Friday, Maryland Saturday,
Yeah.
and then Jersey.
Yeah. But
On Saturday, you tore some stuff up.
Saturday.
Saturday.
We were playing in Maryland.
Maryland.
I think it was the last set, or maybe the second last set that we were playing. And I don't use the best equipment out of all of my equipment,
Right.
but it's good enough.
Right.
And it's better than good enough, I would say.
It's
Yeah.
better
But
than good, yeah.
It was the strangest thing. I've always had problems with the guitar that I use with the strap lock screws. It always loosens. You see me before we play every night. I always have to tighten it,
Right.
and it cut right in half, the screw.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Broke.
just broke, and
Like
the
down
guitar
the center?
fell, and I caught it, and then I was playing it in the air, trying to finish the song.
Well, that's unpleasant.
It was. Thank God I had a backup, because usually I don't have a backup. But
Yeah.
Good thing is Chris always has a backup too.
Yeah.
You could always swipe that one.
yeah,
Oh, so you both have. So we bring 4 guitars on the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 bass guitars.
That's good, and that's also good. Only 1 drum set though, which I will say, and I'll say play a Gretsch Catalina Maple, which was less expensive than a lot of the other drum sets that I have used on the road. And I just think, I mean, it's been holding up great. And it sounds good too.
Yeah.
I mean, I did want the, when I was shopping for it, I wanted the, is it the American Maple or no, the USA Custom, I think, which is really nice. It was
Gretsch?
Gretsch. It was a lot of money. But this one's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wish I had other drum sets just so I had options, colors, and
The want never ends.
that's true. I mean, I would love to take my Mapex set out every now and then.
Yeah.
'Cause that thing just sounds great.
I don't think I've even ever seen that. Like,
Really?
I know, like, I've seen
That's
it in the
true.
garage, but
Yeah, you haven't seen me
I've never
play
seen
that.
it, like, set up before.
It needs a few hardware fixes.
Mm.
'Cause it's got the hanging floor toms on it, and they just don't hold up the joints. But otherwise, well, that and I destroyed the snare drum. I mean, that I did take out
How many snare drums do you take?
3.
3 snare drums on the road.
Are they all different?
Yes.
Okay.
Every one of them is different.
Interesting.
I very rarely use the snare drum that came with the Gretsch set.
Yeah.
Not because I don't use cheap snare drums, because most of the snare drums I use are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a wood snare drum. I think it's like 6.5 inches deep. It's a little too deep for me.
That's what she said.
I heard that.
Wow. Even got some laughs out of the girls.
studio
over
audience.
there.
It's a little too deep for me. That is what they say.
I used to play with I used
we
to
don't
play-
name names.
I used to play with a drummer that used to play with 3 snare drums on stage.
Oh.
You might have seen him before. It was Quincy's now former drummer that used to be in the band when I was in the band.
Right.
And he had like a what's the famous snare drum, the Supersonic.
Okay.
He had that as like his main snare drum.
Right.
And then on the side he had 2 set up. One was like a tiny, I guess kind of like it sounded like a piccolo,
Right.
but it was tiny.
Like a popcorn snare?
Like a popcorn snare.
Yeah. I have one of those. I used to bring that out too. And I do wish that I had like, I mean, I shouldn't say I wish because I could just take it out and set it up, but I would like to have a second snare drum that had a little bit more of like a compressed, like kind of
like a clap sound.
Yeah, or just like kind of like a poppy, like a pop music type snare.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He had one of those deep ones too, the super deep ones.
Oh yeah.
Which sounded, we used to play a lot of like Michael Jackson stuff, and that's like all that like Motown-y kind of stuff. It sounded great on that.
That's we always get into the gear stuff, which I don't know.
I don't know how interesting
For the
that is.
layman, it's probably not that interesting.
That's true.
Girls are rolling their eyes over there.
Yeah. I my amp broke on Saturday too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that was what all that buzzing was about. We just did not have good.
You know what?
That was
though?
started Friday, and I thought it was bad electricity, and I plugged it in Saturday. It was no good.
Well, because it usually happens at that place on Friday, and then nowhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And you know what though? I know we were playing outside. Why don't we just cut real quick. Let's just say where we are. No, not cut the thing, but we're already into talking about the gigs and stuff like that.
That's okay.
Yeah, but let's let everyone know where these places are that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So Friday
Friday we're near Philly, which is what?
Tom and Jerry's.
What's the name?
Folsom.
In Folsom, Pennsylvania.
Folsom.
Saturday we drove to Maryland to play Red Eyes Dock Bar in, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Graysonville, whatever.
Graysonville.
Sunday, Wharfside Patio Bar in Point Pleasant, and then Monday.
That was near. Excuse me, these beers. Graysonville,
yes.
Maryland is near Annapolis.
Right, which is, I mean, I didn't read too much up on it, but
there was a shooting there the day before we played there.
Ugh. It just keeps on happening. It needs to stop. And then Monday, Nardies.
Yeah.
And Long Beach Island. So now you were saying, Nick, that your amp broke at Red Eyes, which now we thought it could have been. You said it could have been an electrical problem.
That's what Alex. Shout out to Alex. That's what she said. She said I have
Really?
I have a ground lift for it. If you want to plug that in first. And I said no. It kind of did it last night. I'm kind of thinking it's the amp, and she felt so bad, and she helped me out.
She was super cool.
She helped me out, and I didn't use my amp. I went directly into the system.
See, now I was looking around, and I feel like it's more likely to have like electrical problems when we play outside. Not because we're outside, but because, I mean, the electricity outside of a building is usually, coming further from the source, which could...
Yeah, but where was that place that we used to play at where we couldn't use our in-ears because we used to get interference?
Hoboken.
Whenever I'm in Hoboken, my in-ears don't work.
So whether we play at that park outside, which is right near Sinatra Drive, or at the Wicked Wolf, which is on Sinatra Drive, you get...
That's not a problem anymore.
It goes in and out.
Different frequencies, I think, in the New York area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it was like a police...
Well, there was
some sort of frequency.
I don't think that was interfering. That's the reason why I think we had to buy new wireless
receivers.
Microphones. Rick said, shout out to Rick Rivera, whose birthday was last week. Happy birthday, Rick.
Oh, happy birthday, Rick.
Our GC Pro manager at Guitar Center. He said it was okay, I think, with the in-ears. The frequencies won't interfere.
Oh, that's
good. It's the
FCC,
mics that are no good.
Yeah, the mics that need to be changed.
But if you noticed when I went out in the crowd when we were in Maryland, my mic was cutting in and out because of that.
That's true, yeah. I mean, that's something we're going to have to consider if we start traveling more, which we have been lately. So I guess we'll get that figured out. But anyway, what I was saying was, a lot of times when you're outside, you're running extension cords or you're going off a generator, which not only does that make like physical noise itself,
it goes throughout
there's noise in the system as well. But as I was looking around at Red Eyes, like the wires were super, super thick, and there was like all these like boxes like within the wires that I thought it looked like it was a pretty well done system.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Oh, but when that amp came out of the van, I saw the face of it kind of fell off. I mean, I know doesn't have to do with the electronics or anything, but it's probably getting rattled around pretty badly.
I'm going back to a head and cabinet anyway. Excuse me. So I won't have the head in the van, so.
You're going to have the head in the van?
In the van, yeah.
Well, now I'm going to have to change that stage plot that I just did.
Wow. Damn it.
It's really like a very easy thing to do.
Yeah, no,
I forget what the website is,
idiot.
but it's super, super easy.
I forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay.
Oh, because we're all like, as we're sitting here talking, like I burped a couple times, Mike. I think you did. Nick, you're like, maybe we should say that we just had awesome pizza from Pacini's in Red Bank.
Yeah, we've talked about that a bunch on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like almost tradition that we all get together here at my parents' house. We're on location and get Pacini's, even though I live right near Pacini's now.
Yeah, you're actually, I think, closer to Pacini's at your apartment than
I am. Yeah,
than
100%. But this is fun to just hang, get Pacini's, and Bree brought us some nice beer last week. I'm continuing the tradition by drinking
this
beer
town?
that's been made right down the street from here.
Oh, look at that! Shout out to Atlantic Highlands.
Yeah, Carton
Brewery.
This town.
Now, do you say I'll just have a this town? Is there an A before it? Give me this town beer. Give me this town beer. Can I have the town beer? I'm trying to figure out how you would say it.
I don't know.
Because I can say, hey, hand me a Bud Light. Do you
would say,
hand me a This Town?
I would say, can I have the carton? And then if they have multiple ones, I would say, give me the lager, because they only make one of each kind, and this is the lager.
You're such a beer snob.
I know. I knew that was coming.
It's getting worse. It's you were okay for a while. I've
And
seen
then,
you drink some Bud Heavies.
It was because, I don't mind drinking Bud Heavies.
And High Life, too. You drink High Life, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Is that the champagne of beers? Blah.
It's not bad. But the thing, Bree was nice enough to...
yes, she was.
Yeah. If anyone's listening to this episode and has not yet listened to our hour and a half long conversation with Bree last week, go listen to that. It's in 2 parts. I had uploaded it in 2 parts.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah.
I would like to see
difficulties.
if she would be watching, then we can give her a shout out. But
yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably...
We gave her a shout out anyways, though.
That's true, we did. Look, I
Well,
was losing it.
We had a
trying
great
to drink my
conversation.
Caffeine.
We had a great conversation with her last week about her projects, and she's been down to Nashville, and we talked about Nashville. She told us a lot of good stories about meeting Steven Tyler and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how you guys felt, but I like having a guest. I mean, I think the conversation goes a little long when we have a guest. We were trying to have somebody on this week. I did reach out to Jordan, our buddy Jordan, who plays in a couple bands around here. But
what do you call him, Nick?
Bobo.
Bobo.
He was
like
teaching
J-Bones or something, or
that's
J-Bo,
his. I think his
Bobo.
Instagram handle or something.
He's a great drummer.
He's awesome. He's been posting a lot of videos on his
Yeah.
Instagram, and he sounds great. He's been doing a couple really cool gigs with his band, the Grapevines, and then this other like random project that I think is just a bunch of random people that's thrown together, and they did.
Yeah, I see. He's
opened
got,
up for some bigger like old time band. I can't remember the name of it.
I think he's got like at least 3 things going on right now, at least.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Coming here, I saw his brother, John.
Oh, that's funny.
He was, because it's the 3rd of July, even though we're in Red Bank doesn't do fireworks anymore. But as I left Hazlitt, which Hazlitt does do fireworks, from what I understand, they're pretty good.
Maybe that's what we just heard.
Could be. I saw some outside. It was like off to that way.
It could have been like down Navasink River Road
or down
or something.
It was in that direction, down Navasink River Road. I don't know where the bay meets the river and whatnot in this.
Yeah, that's
not a big boat.
Literally Navasink River Road.
Oh,
like
okay.
right behind those woods right there.
Maybe Bon Jovi was lighting off some fireworks.
Maybe.
So yeah, his brother was working at the fireworks in Hazlitt.
Oh, cool.
With the entrance right near my house, leaving here to come here.
Nice. I was gonna say something about. Oh yeah, I reached out to him to come chat with us, but he was teaching tonight.
Oh,
so
okay.
He wasn't able to.
We'll definitely have him on in the near future, and that I can imagine would probably be a pretty gear-ish episode.
Yeah,
I mean, we can keep
shy
it
away from it.
Yeah, we could, but I mean, it's so rare that
It'd be interesting to talk to him. I've had conversations with him on the side when he comes to a lot of our gigs, and every now and then I'll meet him over at Jamie-Inn's because he goes to the open jam on Sundays. And it'd just be an interesting perspective, I think, to have, because he's like a younger musician just coming onto the scene and like getting started, and he's trying to meet a lot of people and stuff like that. I think that'd be interesting to talk to. We do have a guest for next week.
I'm excited for this.
Yes.
Very excited.
Cool.
My brother, who we saw last night at Nardi's.
Yes.
Hilarious.
I almost wish it was. Well, I don't know if he would. Because I'd like to have a couple of beers with him, like more than a couple of beers while we do the podcast.
You want to get drunk with my brother?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're saying. That's
Pretty
not beat around
much.
the bush.
But I mean, because I don't have work tomorrow, but I will next week.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm sure he probably would
does
have.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, he took off all week because they're in LBI all this week.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
But yeah, he's a cool dude, fun guy.
Yeah, and he'll be coming on next week to make an announcement. We'll talk about a bunch of stuff that's going on.
Cool
And,
stuff coming up. I
yeah.
can't wait for that.
We tried to have two substitute guests tonight, but they're being shy over there on the couch.
Yeah. Kind of have a studio, almost a studio audience of 2.
They're half asleep though. They're in a pizza coma.
Pizza coma. Should we say who it is? Do they want? I mean,
We can.
we can. Well, do you ladies want to introduce yourselves?
I don't know.
I can't really
Can you
tell.
hear us? Can you
It's
hear
really
us?
weird to like. I'm trying to like listen. I'm sure like you could probably. Did
Alright,
you just
so-
quote U2?
No,
Oh.
no, that
I was
would have
gonna kick
been.
you
Joe's
out.
favorite band.
Oh my, please.
I fucking hate U2.
I'm doing a lot of like throw up noises today.
Yeah, can you not?
But you two, yeah, okay. I don't usually give like I try to stay neutral as far as like.
I will never stay neutral. I hate that fucking band. I hate that band.
All right, well if we're all gonna do it, then I might as well say too. I really don't like that band.
Gina, what'd you say?
Yeah, do you? Let me tell you something. I went through so much to delete that album when I bought my new iPhone.
Really?
Yes, when you.
Well,
yeah.
I don't use iTunes on my phone,
Oh,
so I don't think I've ever opened the app. Mm. Screw them.
I deleted it like 3 times and it kept on coming back. I think that was the first smartphone I ever got. So you got a smartphone, finally, get, iTunes and everything back up, and then there it is, the U2 album. Sorry, thank you, but no thank you. Actually, not even thank you, but no thank you. Just no.
Yeah,
What makes you think I want that album?
they're terrible. They're awful. I try not to hate on bands, but I just don't like them. What
I
like
see,
the
I
shit
know
that
what you thought that I
Bono
was-
tries to
yeah.
stand for, he's just so fucking fake, and he's not a good singer. And the goddamn guitar player uses
love
so
this.
much goddamn shit.
He
I
uses
just
so
hate
many
it.
effects.
I hate
The
it.
Edge.
Yeah,
The Edge.
The
Great
Edge.
name, bro. Good stage name.
That's obviously
this
he-
is-
Loser.
And I'll
He
tell you
came
what, this is
down
going to
himself.
generate listeners too, I think. Because
I
what?
wish we were live
Maybe-
right now,
maybe
because
that
I will
is-
debate you until I'm blue in the face about how terrible U2 is.
See, we
And you
should
know
have-
what?
we
This happened to me when I was commuting to the city last year. I think it was around this time last
Did you see
year.
him on the subway?
No. You'll remember this in a second.
Oh no.
I was on the train coming home from the city on NJ Transit, and as if those trains aren't packed enough during rush hour, there was a fucking U2 concert going on at like MetLife Stadium or something. So people were taking the train from the city to
Meadowlands?
Rahway, or not, yeah, wherever that is, East Rutherford or some shit.
Yeah.
And you get off
Rutherford,
in
yeah,
Newark,
that's what
and
it
then
is.
you take whatever.
Right.
And so they were doing that, and I was like, I was standing on the stairs between all these people, and all the aisles were filled up, and it was just all people going to the U2 show. And I texted Joe, and I was like, because he knows my such hate
I
for
do
that.
Remember that.
And I was like, as if I didn't hate them enough, now I hate them even more because of how crowded this fucking train is.
I must have texted you like 20 U2 like pun
Yes.
references, which was surprising that I know that much. But
It
that's
was-
just my passion for disliking them.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I guess it's not a beautiful day. He said like a bunch of stuff like that.
Don't get
That was-
vertigo.
Yeah, don't get
It's
vertigo.
way more tactful than that. But
It was funny, and you were, you were
I
quick
was
with
just
it.
rolling with them.
Yeah, I was laughing. That actually cheered me up a little bit. But
Bottom of the line is U2 sucks.
God, I fucking hate them.
So,
Nicolina mentioned us in her story.
where were we going? Oh, you thought I was singing that song? No, I just because we were doing like that echo thing. I had the Pink Floyd reference in my head, which
Speaking-
I'm also not really a huge Pink Floyd fan.
We were
I
talking about that
respect
on
them,
Friday.
but- What?
Weren't we talking about? No, I was talking about that with Chris on
Oh.
Friday at Tom and Jerry's. We were talking about them.
Actually, I mean, I don't like listen to them. I don't dislike them. I think they're great. Just not really that into it.
So Chris was asking me if I was ever into them, and I had said that not really. That's the short answer. But I never really liked all like the hits, and I think the singer's very like
Dark.
hello, like
Oh,
very
yeah.
like spacey.
See, I kind of like that spacey, trippy stuff.
It's okay. I mean, it has its place, but with the cool thing that I learned, I never got into them because, excuse me, I was turned away from like all those cliche songs that
right.
everybody in high school.
You know what?
That was the thing, like being in high school when like kids were like, "Oh, I'm really into Pink Floyd,
Right.
man." It's like, great, cool.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're doing. I like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Kind of like that dude that was at Nardi's that just kept on lifting his shirt because he really just secretly wanted to show everyone his tattoos.
and his muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very similar thing. But the cool thing for me was like when I was teaching a student of mine who actually lives down the street from where we are right now. But he had his dad and his mom were like super, super into music. And I started teaching him guitar, and I used to use actually a Pink Floyd song as like a beginner guitar song because it has like pretty easy chords to it. And
What
like,
song was it?
I think "Wish You Were Here."
Oh.
I
Nick,
think.
do you remember the song that Dad learned how to play?
I don't remember. No.
I don't mean to interrupt you. It's
No,
just
it's
funny. One of us had to do something. I don't know if it was me or if it was Chris, because I was taking guitar lessons for a while too. And then had like a class, like a college class on the day, but we didn't want to lose the time slot.
Yeah.
So Dad's like, all right, you know what? We're going to pay for the time slot and you're not going to go. I might as well go.
Yeah.
And see what it's all about. He's got 3 kids that, have decided to make a career out of music, for the most part. So he learns how to play. What was it?
He did. He practiced too.
Yeah, he did. He practiced so much that my mom
Got mad.
she's like, why do you keep on playing the same thing over and over again? And then he just completely got discouraged.
That's funny.
But it was whatever the song was, like a D chord, and you just like lift up the one finger, put the other finger down, and then like I get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So it was a song, something similar to that. And I started teaching him that, and he was just like, can we learn like a cooler Pink Floyd song? And this is like a 10, 12-year-old kid. And I was like, yeah, what do you want to learn? And he started coming at me with all these like B-side Pink Floyd songs, and I was shit I never heard before. And he was playing them for me, and I was like, this is kind of cool. Like I like I said, I was not a big fan, so I was listening to him. I was like, oh, all right, let's do this. So that kind of like not got me into them, but it
Right.
was a little refreshing to hear
Yeah.
those kinds of songs that
When I was teaching, I used to get exposed to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I only have one student now, but keep on getting requests for, what's the name of that? I don't know. Some hip-hop thing. Not even hip-hop. I just had the
Are
name
you
in my head.
teaching their father?
Who? Oh. Because he likes the...
Biggie.
Yeah.
He patio bar. He came up to me and he was like, "Can you guys play some Biggie?"
Great request, though. I
Yeah.
mean, that was a good request. Post Malone. He gave me a request for Post Malone. From a 10-year-old. Or a 7-year-old. 8? All right. Well, whatever. Anyway.
He never came last night.
No, he didn't. That's okay,
Not
though.
the student. The student's
It was,
father.
yeah. It was a bit of a kind of a sticky situation last night, but great crowd. Had a good time
Yeah.
at Nardi's. But I see what you're saying with that Pink Floyd stuff and the cliche. I kind of was like back and forth in and out of. I actually used to like the Doors a lot for a while, but that's
Really?
like the ultimate like of the cliches of that like era or genre. I feel. But I have a similar issue with Led Zeppelin. I mean, you
Yeah.
always hear the same stuff, and what's kind of unfortunate about that, I really do like John Bonham, and I love like the way that he plays, like his style.
Sure.
Sometimes it's hard to get past,
Well,
Stairway to Heaven and Black Dog and all that kind of.
I tell you what, it's like, in my experience, people who were into those, let's just call them classic rock, cliche bands, they never got out of them.
Right.
Whether they were our age or whether they were older than us,
Right.
anyone who ever dove into that, that's all they would talk about. Is like, oh, I love Pink Floyd, I love Led Zeppelin, I love Jimi Hendrix, I love The Doors. It's like, okay, but it's now 2010, right. And there are all these other bands that you've never heard of before because you have not chosen to move past that. It's like you don't have to stop listening to them, but explore the palette. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's the term, but
I think it works.
But there's so much good shit. I mean, we were eating pizza and you were just playing a newer band that is killing it right now, Mr. Wives.
Yeah.
And I feel like not a lot of people that we associate with probably knows who they are or have heard of them or whatever, but like there's just a lot of good shit that's out there, and especially with nowadays with Spotify and Apple Music and so it's so easy to find new stuff that that was always my thing, is like those people would always get stuck in that.
Right. And I think that there's probably, like, I understand liking a style or liking a particular sound or tone or whatever it may be that you like about it. But there's probably tons of other stuff out there that's similar. So it's like, if you like this, try me,
Yeah, the Amazon model.
Amazon model?
Yeah, you go on Amazon, it's like you buy something, it's like, if you liked this, you might also like this.
Oh, see, I remember that from the days of shopping in Pathmark, where they would try to get you to buy the, the knockoff brand stuff.
Generic brand stuff.
Which, I mean, who Nick and I and Chris too always kind of had in the house. So go, if you like Pure Leaf, try me.
Right.
Leaf Clean or clean leaf iced tea. It'd be something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like Leaf Clean.
My grandmother, who used to live in this house with us, was a big fan of like generic stuff. And she always...
No Frills brand.
What's that?
No Frills.
Yeah.
That's what it used to say, I think, on the Pathmark boxes.
Well, she was also an avid Pathmark shopper. And so it was always like the Pathmark cans of corn and the Pathmark, pretzels and that kind of stuff. And, yeah.
I think it's funny because there's a new... you might be familiar with this. In fact, you may have even shown it to me, where it's like brandless.
Yeah. I didn't show that to you. I thought you showed that to me.
Maybe. Somebody showed it to me, though. And my argument was, I forget what the actual company is called.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like brand free.
Yeah, it's like no brand
yeah,
company or some shit.
But you've actually just created a brand.
Yep. Because if all brands are, let's just like say like a logo.
Right.
Are like red, black, and white, and this squiggly, and now you just have like no brand, and it's just white with black letters. Like
that's your brand.
Yeah, that's a brand. That's like the Seinfeld argument. What? Even nothing is something.
Right. Absolutely. Oh my God.
But what's on the show? Nothing.
I'm looking at. I just brought this picture up. I typed in Pathmark No Frills because I specifically remember this white label with just the Pathmark stripes, the red, white, and blue, and it said No Frills. I did not realize there's beer, cigarettes, potted meat food product. I don't know what that is.
Potted what?
Cola. I mean, and then you got your typical stuff like your, window cleaner. Hydrogen peroxide. Oh, they have a T-shirt. Oh, I need to buy this T-shirt. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Maybe not right now, but
we've talked about this before, but Joe's a big sucker for like
marketing
schemes.
You know what? See, can you really say I'm a sucker if I'm aware of it? I mean,
no.
I love that stuff.
I just mean like you're like
branding.
Yes, now I need it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I probably sound like such a consumer. I'm a huge consumer. But I think it's fun. I mean, there's history to that kind of stuff, so
it's cool. It's interesting to like see like
Coca-Cola brand,
right? To
Hershey
watch like
brand, Nabisco.
It's funny that a lot of those companies are bringing back the old like styles.
Yes, which beer was popular for that. Coca-Cola's done it too.
Yeah. I've been watching that. I told you guys I've been watching a lot of That 70s Show. and they drink beer on the show.
Right.
And it looks like the old school Budweiser cans. You can actually never see what it says on it, but it's all like a white can with like red stripes on it, and it looks like those older style Budweiser cans.
Makes sense.
It's kind of cool. But not in the newer. I just got to like season 6, and now it's like a brown can every time they talk about beer. It's weird. Something must have happened. And a new Lori.
You're what?
Like season 6, all of a sudden the original Eric's sister is like a different girl.
Oh, like was that Becky from Roseanne? She was.
I never watched Roseanne.
I liked it.
There was one. Oh, that happened in Fresh Prince. Remember the mom?
Yes.
Changed.
Yes.
And in the first episode, when there was the new mom, I think Jazzy Jeff walks in, and he's like, "Mrs. Banks, there's something different about you."
I think they did like a similar thing with Last Man Standing. And
yes.
Because I know you watched that. I think from the beginning
daughter.
too.
The daughter.
First daughter switched, and I think they made like a reference, or maybe that was Roseanne that I was thinking of too. Where they're like something different, and then like they'll say something, and it's like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Last Man Standing.
He definitely says something. I think it's Tim who says something on it about her. That's coming back. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Do you know when it's coming back?
September 30th?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
This has been a huge episode of just promoting all kinds of things, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I am all about promoting Molly Ephraim, if I'm saying her name right. That's the middle daughter.
You're so in love with her.
Oh, yeah.
She's a cutie. No? No?
We were just having a conversation about, like, this is going to be, you know what? In this case, it's probably a good thing we're not live with what I'm about to say, because I'm going to say it.
Say it.
I don't think Topanga's hot.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So before we turn on this recorder here to do the episode, we were listening to a bunch of old theme songs, step by step, and what were some of the other ones? Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss? We did Golden Girls.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
And we were talking about...
There's a couple others, too, that we played, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, who the hottest girls were on the show.
Yeah, because those were like our childhood crushes.
Right.
We didn't talk about this, but my biggest all-time...
I think I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Kelly Kapowski?
No.
Go ahead.
Do you have any other guesses?
Oh, all right. Let's see.
I'm going to say somebody on Seventh Heaven.
No, but I was. It's funny because, I mean, how can you not be in love with Jessica Biel? And now the coolest man alive, Justin Timberlake, has landed that woman.
Oh, I heard some groans from the audience. Is someone not a JT fan?
No, I am a JT fan.
Oh, okay.
But
His son is so cute, and they're just like a huge family. They have open marriage, so they do.
what's an open marriage?
They can have sex with other people.
No.
Yeah.
Is that true? I read that somewhere. I hope it's true.
She's probably a freak,
I'll text her.
like in the bed.
Lady in the street, but a freak in a bed.
Mm-hmm. She was a pastor's daughter, a reverend's daughter.
Right.
But
She was a trouble daughter.
yeah, but the what was the other daughter's name on the show? Lucy.
Uh-huh.
She kind of looked like Topanga. She had like that. She was like shorter, blonde hair.
Oh, no.
I had a crush on her too.
I just got some bad news.
Uh-oh.
According to, what is this? Vulture.com?
Spill it.
What's her name? What's her TV show name?
Who?
The girl. Oh. No, it doesn't say. It just says Molly Ephraim. She's not going to be on it.
Oh, no.
Recasting 2 roles.
They probably
Oh.
wrote her and whatever his name is off.
They're my favorite.
I know.
Wrote
No,
them
well, this
out.
is just saying recast. So,
Oh,
I mean,
so
they're
it's
going
a
to have to
different
do
girl?
another, like, deal with the first daughter. I don't know if I'm going to... I mean, I like Tim Allen, but come on.
He's not going to watch this show because the one daughter's gone.
Started new projects. The show wasn't on for a year.
Yeah.
Come on. This has to be... no. I don't know. It says People Magazine.
That sucks.
Well, I'm upset.
You know what? She wasn't that good of an actress, though.
Ooh, maybe she was. Sure she
I think
was.
you were distracted by something.
Well, all right.
But who is
What were we
your
talking
ultimate
about?
crush?
Oh, my ultimate crush from when I was a little kid. And this is not a Full House thing. This was like post Full House. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
A lot of people like them.
Oh yeah, when they did like their other shows later on, like on the
like the Adventures of Mary Kate.
those
No,
were like
that's
the
before,
movies. They
yeah,
did like a
that's like-
bunch of those were like those movies were like during the end of Full House. I'm talking about
wow.
like after, like when they were like older.
Before or after they started doing crack?
Before the crack. I'm usually not attracted to crackheads. Usually.
I shouldn't be like say I don't know if both of them did crack, but I'm pretty sure at
they
least
did.
one of them did.
They're nuts now. Oh, and also Amanda Bynes,
Oh, yeah,
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 okay.
yeah,
who is
yeah.
also a crackhead now, apparently.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's just lovely. You know,
Childhood stars, man.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan. She's a
Yeah,
mess.
all of them.
Winnie Cooper seems to be doing okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
if
was
if you would get on the How I Met Your Mother bandwagon, you would have seen a couple
not do
episodes with
that.
her.
Yeah, she was on like 2 or 3.
You know what? I'm just in a completely different mood right now.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't get that channel at the
He's pissed.
nursing home.
The only Golden Girls.
He only gets gold and PBS.
Who's that
Reading
guy that
Rainbow.
does all the documentaries
Reading
on
Rainbow
PBS?
is one of the theme songs we just played.
Oh, yeah. See, I never really... My brother used to watch that, I think.
Yeah. Well,
That was good.
all right.
We're about to lose our camera soon because it goes off around
All right.
45 minutes, so
Well, you
we
know
can wrap
what?
this up.
Let's wrap it up anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't talk too much about the gigs, but
Yeah, we talked
I mean,
about Maryland. Maryland
That's
was
true,
Kind of like
yeah.
it was like kind of like the Sunday gig, only it was in Maryland. It was
True.
like
It was
the
hot.
same atmosphere, and
though?
it was hot.
real quick, I do want to say that I love playing patio bar.
Yeah. It was great.
It
Sunday,
is
I
always
mean,
a good time.
it was hot as hell.
They take care of us. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday,
But-
over 100 degrees.
But we fought through it, and we had a great turnout, especially on Sunday.
Yes.
And you know, thanks to everybody who came out and hung out. It was
Right,
particularly.
we have two of our
That's right.
fans right here. Nick's wife and Nick's wife's sister.
Yes, Nick's wife's sister. Why are you sitting
Are
on
you
the
my
floor?
sister? Is Gina my sister-in-law? No, right?
Yes.
She is.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, all right. Well,
You're like in-laws. Kind of. We're in-laws of the opposite of you. You know what I'm saying?
not really, but
It's my sister, and I'm in-laws to your brother.
so does that make us anything?
No.
Huh.
Friends.
Aw. I just thought that there would be a term for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like-
We'll probably be godparents together.
Oh shit.
You
Spoiled
wouldn't
the
have said
beans.
that.
I'm not ready for an.
We're gonna have to do a
Aren't you already a godfather?
Yeah.
We all are.
I gotta tell a quick funny story before we lose this.
Before we have
Um,
firework Oreos.
Oh yeah. So my brother came to the gig last night, and him and everybody are down there, their whole family and stuff, and he's down there with the girls, and so I was saying goodbye to him, and he was saying that Chelsea, his daughter, my goddaughter,
Uh-huh.
was upset that she couldn't come to the show last night because
Aw.
and so they were like putting the girls to bed last night, and they were like Lauren's mom was staying with the girls while they went to the club, and they go, and she goes, you're not even taking us to go see Uncle Mike? He's my godfather. I thought that was awesome.
That's cool.
She's hilarious. So it is 4th of July.
So we're gonna
Our,
do this.
our special 4th of July episode, I guess you could say.
Yes.
We just
Yeah,
heard
so
fireworks in the
we have-
background.
I'm sure everyone's seen them. They've been all over. You know what? I'm just handing them to you. I don't know if you. My
It's okay.
fingers are clean.
It's okay.
We
we're
didn't
all
try 'em
family
yet.
here.
Would you ladies like to try some?
Fireworks Oreos.
Want some candy?
It says with
Yeah. Well, wait. Let's
Popping.
Don't say. Let's just try them and see what happens. If no one notices, then
It's like Pop Rocks.
Yeah, it's Pop Rocks.
All right, well.
Oh, spilled the rocks.
Ready?
One. Okay. Feel it. You have to, like,
I think it's silly.
you have to like rub it on the roof of your mouth.
I was gonna say. Oh,
Marketing scam.
Yeah. I think it's silly to put Pop Rocks in something that you have to automatically chew, because the point of Pop Rocks is just to keep it in your mouth.
If you stop chewing, you feel it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Stop chewing, you feel it, right?
It's super sweet too.
Like chew, and then stop. You feel it.
I mean, something's like clicking in my ear. I guess it's the.
I don't really like them.
Yeah. I'd rather
It's
have
a
a regular
firework.
Oreo.
You have to like stop eating it. They're not my favorite. More like crust.
Good, not great.
Yeah, they're okay. It's a little party in your mouth, but that's it.
It's a party in
You're
your,
gonna party in
that's
your
what she said.
mouth. That's what she said. Is that applicable?
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well,
that's that.
we might be playing this weekend. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Secret. Something. I don't know.
We'll
Stay
post it.
tuned.
But we got a bunch more dates on the website
Yes.
and on the Facebook page, and we're sending some stuff out. So
Yes.
be sure to check it out. And we are back at the Patio Bar on August 5th.
Awesome.
And I think the day before we're at another great outdoor place that we got rained out last time. We should also say that.
Yeah.
We've been rained out 3 times this summer in
Yeah.
1 month. So it was, even though hot as hell, it was nice to play outside
Yes.
this past weekend. But
August 4th.
August 4th be at Donovan's.
Donovan's
then
Reef.
August 5th back at Patio
Patio
Bar.
Bar.
So a couple more outdoor gigs to look forward to. Oh, we got next weekend, July 14th, we're back at the Grasshopper, which we haven't been at in like 2 months.
And I think the 13th is Water Street.
Water Street in Toms River.
Excellent.
So a lot of good shit coming up. I think July is like our busiest summer month. So
Yeah, I think so.
be on the lookout. And
Yes.
next week, tune into the podcast. We'll be here with my brother. Big announcement coming up that also involves us playing and a couple of our friends playing. And
We'll see what happens.
Sorry, I'm chewing into the microphone.
that's all right.
I did it too. So
Cool.
Wow.
yes, thank you.
All right. Thanks for listening.
SweetTalkersNJ.com. And
Go be upset about
bye.
Last Man Standing.
Bye bye.
See ya.